compelling. The Netflix version had me in my feelings about how horrible it went down and how just shady these people were, how reckless they were. That I highly recommend you spend some time watching it. So eventually the festival was canceled, but guess what? They canceled it like while it was happening. So that's not really even a thing. They got people there. There was no place for them to sleep. They had these little FEMA tents with air mattresses and some. Now, let's just say, Tomas.
You know I'm over here kicking.
Let's just say.
You said a FEMA tent, and I'm angry about that. I'm angry you said a FEMA tent.
I had lost my natural black mind and paid $500 because I would only pay on the low end, to be clear. $500 for a day pass. And I was like, well, you know what? I can't do the full scale 12K cabana, but I could do this little private tent. I'm going to go in one day. I'm going to get my party on, and then I'm going to come home and try to figure out how to pay these bills. And if I had taken time out of my work, my life, flew out there, and you
would have been flued because you would have been sick. You would have been flued. You would have been cold. You would have been Ebola. You would have been all of that. You would have had serious sickness, pneumonia out there.
And I got there, and I then got on a yellow school bus because that was airport transportation to the site. And then I got off that yellow school bus and rolled up on a FEMA tent with an air mattress. It would have been smoke in the city. I just want everybody to know that whole campsite. I would have gave a new meeting to Fyre Festival. That's what would have happened.
Now, ask yourself this really important question. In both of those documentaries, because I saw both of them, outside of the people who were already there, who live in the Bahamas, how many black folk did you see at that festival?
2.
Thank you. Because there's just certain things that I don't think that we as black folk do regularly. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but right. I just don't see us, like, we'll invest in a cruise, all expenses paid, get a port, right? Exactly. Like, I know a lot of people who do that, but for you to say to me, we're going to fly you down to a private island, and put you up in these cabanas and things like that. But as we're getting closer and closer to the date, I don't see the cabanas I don't see pictures of the cabanas. All I see is the same marketing materials from 6 months to a year ago. That's problematic for me.
And all the promotional materials were sketches.
Right.
I have a fictional niece in my life. She's an amazing fine artist. She could sketch up some real beautiful cabanas. She could have made a really, really lovely website. But if I'm approaching the date and I've spent $25K, I've spent $100K, and I don't see any live photos, no. So,
and I think it's really important. I just want to take this part from one of the documentaries. This is a direct quote. We're selling. This is what Billy McFarland said in the one that's found on Netflix. We're selling a pipe dream to your average loser, your average middle American. I think that sums everything up about who he is, his mentality, and what he did with people's money.
Yes.
Which
is why he's currently serving some part of a 6-year sentence.
Right.
And was also sentenced to forfeit $26.2 million.
Right.
Which to me still feels light. And I say that because he has no remorse. And I think that was part of why he got the sentence that he got, even though I still think it's light. Because if you know more about the story, not only did he defraud all of those young people that paid to go there, and set them up in potentially really dangerous circumstances. It really is a testament that things didn't devolve into more violence in that context than it did, because there's the potential for that sort of mob mentality to build, especially when you have people that are intoxicated, highly intoxicated, and or under the influence of drugs in a very unhospitable weather situation, who are sleep deprived and who are angry. So it's fascinating to me that it didn't devolve into that at any point. You haven't heard that part come up. But there were people, Bahamians on the island. Are they called Bahamians or Bajans? What's the thing? The Bermudians, Bajans? I don't know who Bajans are. I'm gonna just go with Bahamians.
Nope, not helping you. That's all you.
All right, well, you could Google it, is what I would say. There were really hardworking, working class folks on that island who gave up blood, sweat, and tears to try to pull that event off. And he completely left them bereft. Has not paid them. They will never get that money back. There's a restaurant owner at the end of the first the Netflix documentary that talks about going through $50,000 of her personal savings to try to hire folks to pull this off, to get the inventory, to make the food, to take care of guests. She will never get that money back. That sort of thing has permanently altered the trajectory of her life. $50,000 in savings gone. I don't think that his time in jail is recompense for that. I really don't.
What if you were wearing something sexy? What if you were drinking? What if you made the first move? No matter what, sexual assault is never your fault. Support is available 24/7 through the National Sexual Assault Hotline. Call 1-800-656-HOPE or visit RAINN.org. That's RAINN.org. This is Christina Ricci with RAINN, reminding you it's never your fault.
Brought to you by RAINN and this station.
Thanks for tuning in to Dupee Deep with Dr. Nikki and listening to part 1 of our 3-part conversation. Tune in Wednesday for part 2.